Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage
King Andile Mama.
to everybody in the house. Give a warm round of applause for
King Andile Mama.
And he captures the moment.
King Andile Mama.
Man, it is extraordinary.
Let's go to Musanya Tama now.
I must say that I'm happy with the point, but not so happy. But yeah, it's one of those things.
Is he happy or is he not happy? I'm happy to take a point, but I'm also not happy.
I am not sure. Musa, are you happy? Send me a WhatsApp. I know you listen. Are you happy or are you not happy? Let's go to my boy Jimmy. He wants to speak about his beloved Kaizer Chiefs.
Hugo Broos is going to Kaizer Chiefs. Not these days.
Jimmy Alora.
Hi, Jimmy.
Let's go to Kolisa.
Jimmy Alora.
Out in report, it's Lunga.
Wena andile ngineendaba zakho nami nginabangani ngale izanda.
On the continent, we've got to celebrate the life of Dr. Mnandi, Spiwe Ignatius Mkonza. Majens Mutale is speaking about Mkonza. All the way from Durban is Pro Pilanda.
My favorite own goal of all time was the one for Chelsea, and he hit it Ngopozo straight to his own neck. That's why he got the name the King of Own Goal.
Lulu Cafe used to quite enjoy Mkonza here on the show. What did Mkonza say about the coaches?
They mustn't work on motivation. They must know the game.
But just kick. You can do it, boys. With no tactical acumen.
Oh man, what a legend.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Game over.
I was asked that before I say anything on the air, can I please give the WhatsApp number and the call number because I'm a kosa funuk phone. And I was asked to tell the principal because it's Monday. The three wise men come in and Mazol to keep it short because people want to speak their minds. So guys, keep it short. Welcome to the 10 of the hour 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Those numbers as requested by you. I'll say them slowly so you save them because we want your opinions. We want your thoughts. We want your emotions. 086 000 2160 to call us. WhatsApp on 060 552 7303. All of us joining us on Facebook as well as on Instagram, on YouTube as well. It's SABC Sport. That's where you find us. The Sports Night Amplified with Andy on the Mighty Metro FM. Thank you so much to Touch and the gang. They do it again tomorrow between 3 and 6. Great interview with the jazz legend, really. All the way out in Munich. It was brilliant to hear South African doing so well and spreading that South African rainbow love all over the world. There's a lot to talk about, but I want to give a big shout out to Kwanda. Kwanda Mukwena. Have you guys ever heard that name?
Kwanda Mukwena.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Kwanda Mukwena?
No, I know Kwanda Mgonyama.
No. Kwanda Mukwena. Kwanda Mukwena is 24. He's a GT3 racer. He races with Mercedes. South African boy is out of Kyalami. He was in Germany, came second in Germany.
Wow.
Mercedes came second, and he's in GT3.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So big shout out to him all the way in Germany, coming second in the race there. He's basically next in line for F1, that boy. We might see a black South African one day in F1. Accelerator, boy. I wear that.
Yeah.
So big shout out to him. Then, of course, there's a big one. The Soweto Derby. I think, personally, gee was the best derby in a long time. In a very long time. Of course, there were things we need to talk about. Chiefs fans, we need to talk about you. Jessica crying. We need to talk about that. The incident on the pitch. You must tell me you're on the pitch. Let's take a quick break.
Hotspot Nyan Antona? John, when you've got the power to connect with prepaid LTE. Yeah? I'm talking sports highlights while you pay shops more. Streaming your way to the front of the voting queue. And get this, 100 gigs goes for only 399 rand.
Also, he says agent when I'm
No, it's just, I just don't want to be a hotspotting agent wire.
Anyone can stay connected for less while on the go. Here's to the next 30 years of giving you more for less. Deal available only on SA's most reliable network. T's and C's apply. Further together, Vodacom.
Eskom understands that electricity is an integral part of running a business. However, electricity demand is currently higher than supply, and energy efficiency is critical. Businesses are encouraged to reduce consumption between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. by not leaving electrical equipment on standby mode, as well as turning off unnecessary lighting. We can reduce load shedding by working together. Every kilowatt counts.
Baby Gugu's story has a world of opportunity ahead of it. Her first meal, her first steps, hating avos, the fear of moths, graduating, Mr. Wrong, heartbreaks, Mr. Right, her first apartment, kids, grandkids, and every moment in between. And just like Gugu's story, we believe there is something special about yours, and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303. Waking up, turned up.
Right, there's a lot to talk about. Arsenal sit atop the Premier League. And of course, Bafana squad announcement. Some new faces in Hugo Broos' squad. Mazzola will tell us a little bit more about that. We've got a lot of clips from that conversation. And Hugo Broos answered the question, speaking to my colleague, Vusiwe Ngobo, answered the question on whether he's had doubts or wants to leave Bafana. What is the conversation about that? So Mazzola will give us a little bit of that as well. Victor Tlungwane is sitting with us. There's a lot of things coming out, particularly of the derby, that he's going to be addressing. I asked on Twitter, hashtag Ask the Three Wise Men. You asked him a couple of questions. The one thing everybody wants to know seems to be in and around the winning goal, Pirates' third goal.
Yeah.
There was an extra player on the field. Orlando Pirates, in their celebration, I'm not sure who came onto the picture. Who was it?
Tabiso.
Was it Libisa?
Was it Munyane?
Munyane, sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Munyane came on.
Yeah.
Munyane came on because I think he wanted a better angle to watch the goal go in.
Yes.
So at the time that Orlando Pirates scored their goal, there were 12
players,
Orlando Pirates players on the field versus those of Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
Should that goal have stood? There were 12 players. That's without doubt. We know that for sure. Should the goal have stood, seeing that there were 12 players on the field and that 11 of Kaizer Chiefs? Was it an unfair advantage to have an extra man there? Vic will go into that. We'll speak about Arsenal. I said they're going to Arsenal, but what a game. Yes, it was 1-1, but when you look at the technical acumen of the two coaches that lead the two best teams, one of the two best teams in the Premier League over the last couple of years, Liverpool versus Man City. What a feast. And then, obviously, Kevin Johnson, and I'm not sure if yesterday proved him right or wrong.
It
because
proved him right.
Kevin De Bruyne got sent off yesterday and had a shouting match. No, I mean, not as bad, but he had words with Pep Guardiola.
And it wasn't the first time.
And it wasn't the first time because he didn't make mention of that. I'll tell you our thoughts at the stadium seeing it live and seeing it later on, because I'm not sure how far you were from it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my
I didn't
thoughts.
see it at all because I was busy with the post-match interviews.
I was very high up.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you my thoughts on what happened with
Kevin Johnson
and Brandon Peterson.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my thoughts on that, what it looks like on video, and what I think actually happened. We'll go into that. And we'll go into the derby as well as a feast. I think it's the best game in a very long time. As a neutral, I am very happy with the derby.
Money's worth.
I am happy. It was definitely money's worth. It was every cent that was paid for worthwhile. I am worried that who we thought were the top 3 referees in the DStv Premiership right now did not take charge of that game.
There's no top referee in the DStv Premiership.
Well, I mean, the
right
best
now.
of them. The best of the referees at the moment.
There's no
Jelly
top
Shibane is not
referee
one
right
of the
now.
top referees right now. He's a great ref, but not right now.
Blundering left, right, and center.
So we'll go into that as well. But that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a hectic one, and it's going to be a highly fueled emotion one. I've taken too much of your time. Ref, what are you going to give us?
Yeah, umazola ngazi ukuthi kune rating from the review committee. So there's a rating there now as we speak.
Every referee is rated.
Every referee is rated.
What is the rating? A for category A matches?
No, the scores that they score in every match.
So what are the scores? 1, 2, 3. What is it?
When they score, like it starts from 80 point something good match. So 7.9, it's yeah, you are below.
Okay.
So those ratings count when we come to appointing matches for category A matches like this one. Yeah. So.
Right, we'll get into the details of it. No. Don't worry. Bazola, what are you bringing us?
Lots. Hugo Broos obviously announcing 23-man squad for the FIFA series tournament out in Algeria. Between Algeria and Andorra, Bafana will face those two teams. He's made 10 in, 10 out from his AFCON squad. Few surprises there as well. And then we get Kevin Johnson on the record to explain what happened between him and Brendan Peterson. And, there's also people might have forgotten, but there's the Tshwane Derby tomorrow.
All right, well, there you go. Speaking of the Tshwane Derby, Sundowns have different goals now. Sundowns aren't speaking about winning matches. They're not speaking about scoring goals. They have different goals now.
Yeah.
Rulani Mokoena asked his team to make 1,000 passes in the game.
Yep.
That was their goal.
And did you hear what Teboho Mokoena said afterwards with his man of the match performance? He said, let's just wrap this league title thing quickly.
Let's hear now from Rulani Mokoena speaking on the 1,000 passes.
I want the reptile, the chameleon, adapt, move, and at the right time flex the tongue. And that's what I spoke about at the beginning. It's not because now you see it's what we are trying to do. We're poisonous, but we know when to attack. And today I asked for 1,000 passes. Yeah, today I asked for 1,000 passes. I'm told we got close. We have 600 and something, so I'm not happy.
Well, guys, there's 2 different leagues happening in South Africa.
No, let's just wait for Champions League for Sundowns because it's over now. 1,000 passes, not 3 points. 1,000 passes.
Let's wrap this league up very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to a coach that would love to say that but can't. Kevin Johnson. And I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd like you to be as objective as possible. He says that Orlando Pirates stole the 3 points.
Congratulations to Orlando Pirates for stealing the points, but at the same time, from my team, I think we had a good first half. In second half, we played in patches, and we did not maintain what we had out of the game. You have 3 points, then you have 1, then you have 3 again, then you have 1, and then you have none.
And then he goes on to rather defend the way that he attacked, the counter-attack.
I don't think we played. We came out of our blocks a lot quicker than Pirates, and we knew that they were going to try and play against us. So if we press them and we win the ball, then maybe we can score. But it's not a deliberate counter-attack football. I don't think it looked like. Did it look like counter-attack football to you?
And then Jose Ribeiro says that this was a proper derby.
I think it was a proper derby. I think the previous ones, at least in the league, were much more. I don't want to say that boring, but I think today we have the opportunity to see much more football.
Yep, the winning coach there with a smile, of course. Now let's move on to Bafana News. This is Hugo Broos on a meeting that is scheduled with Dr. Khoza. Of course, we've spoken at length about the issues and the challenges that he's faced between the PSL as well as SAFA.
and this is something that I want to discuss with Mr. Koza also, it's good to have those players here. But when there are qualifiers for Olympics, when there is qualifiers, or when there is Kosovo, then the PSL has to be ready to release the players, because those players need those international games. If we don't receive the players for the Olympics, for qualifiers, then we are in the same situation than now. As you said, we don't see those players. No, they are not maybe ready for us, for Bafana Bafana, but they are maybe ready for those other competitions when they don't be released. Then you have a problem.
I'm told that meeting will be happening this week, so we do wish that there's some synergy that is found between the two there. Let's move on now. Hugo Broos speaking about Percy Tau.
At the end of AFCON, Percy was mentally broke, really broke. He had a lot of critics. It was not fair, but okay, you know, social media can kill someone. So I saw him and I talked to him and I said, no problem, Coach. But I knew there was a problem. So I called him 2 weeks later or 1 week later, and we talked to each other. And I said to him, listen, I will not call you up for the friendly games. I said, no, I want to come. I said, no, you don't. Stay there so that everything will be calm again. Because if you come with a friendly game and you should play a bad game, it will start again. So that's the reason why Percy is not with us.
And they say that Hugo Broos is not a man-to-man fatherly type coach. I think he's proven there that he does have a relationship with the players. Let's move on now to him speaking about Khanyisa Mayo.
We are a little bit in trouble with our strikers for the moment. Okay, there was criticism because he was not on AFCON. And I said what I said, and I still will repeat it, that I expected more progress from Mayo. I think now, with all those strikers who are injured, Magopa, Motiba, and Foster, he gets his chance. And it's up to him now to show that it's not only because he scored the out goals, but okay, show me now that you have the level of Bafana Bafana. It's a great opportunity for him.
Well, here we go. That is Hugo Broos. Your thoughts on that, of course. We're going to be taking your calls on 086-000-2160. Somebody saying, Andile, what about the F1? F1, it's on a DSTV Premiership. I guess Sundowns and Max. Leave them alone. Here are your goals from this weekend.
Yawalusante Kaiser Chiefs, Tutusim Tanzan, Nali Tuma, Ashnaika, Ashnet Dupier, Odekan Kapula Tanasmin, Moto Wakoma, Bosina Ope, Wella Momola Moriatini, Motoreka Libizo, Malamula Mokhta, Tabizo Libizo. Otabiza, Mama Pizza, Mama Bacania, Ormana Moretti, Monapulia Sale, Ornakamapaka, Waromena, Ikara Casaleto. Saleng Arifera Jaka Dupre, Lena Hasale Comoraho, Honosa Nokahe, Yabubedi, Elaborare Alando Paris, Hedim Yamakenka Neskawakebula.
The highly anticipated opening of early bird ticket sales for the Metro FM Music Awards is finally here. Here we go! Fans and music lovers alike, you can now secure your seats to witness the biggest night in South African music.
It's about to be crazy!
With a star-studded lineup, performances, and the announcement of this year's winners.
Celebrate South African artists.
Excitement is brewing as you can rush to purchase your early bird tickets before they sell out for the awards happening 27th April 2024.
Yeah, man, this is a big night.
At Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga.
Come on, Mbombela, come through. Let's do this.
Don't miss your chance to be a part of this unforgettable celebration of talent and music excellence.
We love ensuring that everyone gets the award that they deserve.
Metro FM, it's where you want to be. Brought to you by the Mpumalanga Provincial Government. Visit and explore Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun. Podcast Friday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
And we're going to celebrate the life of Dr. Mnandi, Spiwe Ignatius Mkonza. Dr. Kumalo, who had something to say as well.
As usual, when you go to a camp, I open the door. So I'm standing there by the door with my bags. Unisbind 1996 African Cup of Nations champion. khona wawungena irumini ngakafa qalela phansi ke thathi lift ungene ngehotel up ngelift unokhe jokuvulela and you know he did that.
Talk is so abusive. Talk is abusive.
I was a bully.
I thought he was a bully.
I was a bully.
6 to 7 p.m.
You can join Dr. Kumado, myself, as well as Lulu and the two gentlemen in studio when we give you Soccer Zone this evening on SABC 1 as well as SABC Sport. Let's bring it back now to the three wise men, and not always so wise, Mazra Malefe, as well as Dr. Hlungwane today, because he's the specialist everybody's standing in line for. So we'll have him last.
Okay.
The principal? Yeah, the line to your office is too long. We'll come to you last, Mazola.
So I can take my time.
No. We want you to wrap it up.
Bucket and razor.
Wrap it up like the league title.
Wrap it up.
Okay, let me wrap this up like the league title. Obviously, Andile, you remember last week we were talking about Hugo Broos and reports that were coming out after he did a sit down on a podcast in Belgium. Speculation that Club Brugge want him as a technical director, and all sorts of rumors, even clubs in North Africa or teams and national teams in North Africa sort of going for his service. Well, this afternoon here at SABC, he was asked by Velile Mnyandu as well as Vusiwe Ngcobo about these rumors, just to dispel them once and for all, and this is what the coach had to say.
You did a good AFCON, but yes, you are thinking about the end of your career. It's normal. It's not more than that. And I expressed that on a press conference, and then suddenly, bells were starting ringing. Oh, the coach is standing there. No, it was not like that. So AFCON is done. I had a very good meeting with Mr. Jordan, the president of the federation, and I think the problems are solved. The only thing I hope now that I will have a little bit more credit by some people here in this country.
That was by some people.
No. He knows I'm a fan. Anybody that listens to the show knows that from day one, we said we're going with Hugo.
Okay. I hope once and for all now that the matter is settled.
And coach, even if he loses 2 or 3 games, it doesn't make him a bad coach overnight.
No.
Give the coach space to work, take us to the next AFCON, and take us to the World Cup.
Give the coach some space to breathe. He's committed to the national team. And then let's bring it back home in terms of the DSTV Premiership. We're talking about Kevin Johnson and a lot that happened out at Soccer City on Saturday in the Soweto Derby. That moment, Andile, I said I didn't see it. I only saw it much later in the replays. His confrontation with Brendan Peterson. We asked him in the auditorium press conference with the rest of the journalists about what exactly happened. And this is what Coach Kevin Johnson had to say in explaining the situation.
Oh, it was just a normal chat to the coach. Coach, we lost the game. What do we have to fight? Yeah. Did you see Kevin De Bruyne tell Pep Guardiola to shut up? It's normal. I want my players to react when we lose. I want them to react. And if they react to me, then I take all that on my shoulder. Because tomorrow I will fix up whatever the reaction is. And that is football. I don't want them to be mouses. They have to be people who come and question me. I have to question them.
I agree with him. Mm-hmm. I do think it was normal, as what he said, because he said it was normal. I do. I think it was a frustrated player and a coach, because you know this because of the demeanor of Kevin Johnson in retaliation and in return for it. I don't think it was disrespectful to, when you look at it from afar and you look at the hand gestures and the loudness of what Peterson was, then you might think, I don't think much of it. I really don't. And, I don't think Kevin would come out here and lie necessarily.
Yeah.
And you could even see in the way that Clanty, I think Clanty is the player that steps up.
He doesn't step
he
up.
He consoles him.
Yeah.
He holds his head in consolation to say, and you want that in a player.
Yeah.
You want a player that doesn't want to get out. You want a player that's frustrated and doesn't like losing. So I think we are making a mountain out of that particular anthill. 100%. I don't think there's much to that.
Yeah, and if you know Brendan Peterson's character as well, you know that he's not a player that easily reacts in that sort of manner. So, maybe on TV it looked worse than it actually was. And
also, there was a matter of him standing up and assisting coaching.
Yeah, and he does that all the time in all the games.
Itumeleng Khune would do it. They're just players. Veli Motwa, you see him do that. Absolutely. There are players that do that. There are players that would get up and lead, and they'll say something and they'll go back and they'll sit down, and there are coaches that are okay with that allow them to. You know what I mean? And he's one of those players, so you can imagine the sort of relationship that they then have. I particularly think, Makosi, we're making too much of that than what it actually was.
Absolutely. Let's stay with Kevin Johnson, also asked in that press conference about Kaizer Chiefs fans' reaction to them losing 3-2 in that derby when they had taken the lead in the first half but went on to lose the match. But the coach said he didn't see any of the bottles thrown onto the pitch.
Were they throwing stuff on the field? Hey, gents, I didn't see her. You know, when you lose a game of this magnitude, I didn't see any, guys. Maybe I saw one bottle or two, but I did see police. And maybe I don't know who they're protecting, me or the players. But yeah, we want to say thank you to them for coming out. Don't throw stones, guys. It doesn't work.
I have an opinion, and I'd love to speak to SAPS. Before the match ended, before anything was thrown, before a single bottle was thrown, the SAPS with the shield came out and stood behind the Kaizer Chiefs goal.
Yeah.
And the tunnel.
Yeah.
Shortly after the police got there, with the shield, the throwing started. I wonder if that's not some sort of incitement.
Yeah, I believe so too. Because I walked in, I came from upstairs and went downstairs maybe some 10 minutes before the game ended, and there were no cops there. And 10 minutes before the game ends, you can see that Chiefs are going to lose the match. And nobody's throwing any missiles, objects, or anything like that. As soon as the cops gathered around, then that's when the Chiefs fans got a bit irate.
We could be wrong here.
We could be wrong, but
I'm telling you from the experience that we saw and what we shared there, I wonder if they hadn't gone there, but then again, can they afford not to go there if it does happen then?
Yeah,
then they're going to be reactive and it's going to be too late.
Yeah. Somebody said the ball boy was dealing with the ball, and then it started there from that section behind the Chiefs bench. So
I didn't see that. I was standing in between the two benches. I didn't see any ball boy.
No, it wasn't that, Ravik. They started coming in. They came in from the far end, and they moved in with the shield and they stood there. I just wonder if that's not a cue. You know, for me who's standing there wasn't going to do it, be like, oh, okay, cut.
Yeah.
You know, and we need to go back. What was the ruling the last time this happened? Was there no suspended sentence of sorts against Kaizer Chiefs?
No, remember they were hit with the
one ban, with the one match ban.
One match ban, and that's where it ended.
And there was no suspended sentence of any sort.
No.
All right.
Just I think in monetary terms.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
because there was no money that was suspended to be paid unless you do it within a year again.
I'll check.
We need to double check that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. The winning coach of the Soweto Derby, that is Jose Ribeiro. We asked him about Monapule Saleng. Remember, Saleng was almost tied with Teboho Mokoena for Footballer of the Season last year, and we thought he would possibly go to the AFCON. But start of the season, disappeared in no man's land. A forgotten player, really, but he scored 2 goals in the Derby. And this is what the coach had to say about Saleng.
He's not a forgotten player, that's for sure. You saw him today. He needs our support as well, our help to be again the Saleng that everybody have the opportunity to see the last season. Right now he's doing the right steps.
And finally, Andile, like I said, the Tshwane Derby tomorrow. Some people might have forgotten that. They say, obviously, on the back of a 5-goal thriller. Let's see what the Tshwane Derby dishes out.
Tshwane Derby about 30,000 passes.
Coach Rulani Mokoena is focused on 1,000 passes. Let's say what Gavin Hunt is focused on ahead of the Tshwane Derby.
It's very difficult for them because obviously they don't even know, half of them don't even know we're playing tomorrow, so the fixtures and obviously where we've been playing. So, it is disappointing sometimes reading things that people have got no idea what we're going through. We'll see them out there tomorrow, supporting the team, try and give us an extra motivation. We're moving around like we move around, get a consistent group of supporters, but hopefully they know we're playing at Loftus.
No, Emanya.
What? What's Kevin saying? I don't understand. No, genuinely, I don't understand.
They don't even know we're playing tomorrow.
Who?
The players or the fans?
Is it the fans? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why would the fans not know they're playing?
Mazola, do your job.
No, Mazola, do your job.
Make an announcement.
No, because of the venue changes. I get you, but he doesn't say they don't know where we play. He says they don't know who we are playing.
Yeah, he doesn't say the venue. He says they don't know we are playing.
Half of them don't know we're playing tomorrow.
I see 1,000 passes tomorrow at this rate.
So I wonder, is London going to be happy if they lose and get 1,000 passes? Coach, hit me up. How do you feel?
Coach, please call in.
Call in, Coach. We'd love to know. 3 points or 1,000 passes. Which one are you going to take? Let's take a break. When we come back, there's a lot of questions that you've asked on social media. I'm going to go to it. He is here. It's hashtag ask the three wise men. The one question that came up over and over again, Orlando Pirates, at scoring that last goal, the winner. Cracker, I mean, beautiful goals that were scored by Orlando Pirates and Chiefs, in fact. But at scoring the third goal, the winning goal, there are 12 players on the field. Should that goal have been disallowed? Had there been VAR, would we have seen a 2-2 match?
Podcast Friday on Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM.
We've got to celebrate the life of Dr. Mnandi, Spiwe Ignatius Mkhonza. Majens Modale is speaking about Mkhonza.
But Nalumnatika long throw in, but Leon Gulu Nana Luisha. And then I shall confident. Okay, Konza.
Nadim, do you remember the own goal?
Yeah, no, it was like in the center.
Scored an own goal from the center.
Yes.
All the way from Durban is Pro Pilana.
Halfway line, Baba, but my favorite own goal of all time was the one, I think he was starting up at Celtic. It was his first or second game, and he hit it Ngopozo straight to his own net. That's why he got the name the King of Own Goal.
6 to 7 p.m. Live from coast to coast and to the world.
Favorite station on blast?
At metrofm.co.za. Metro FM. It's where you want to be. The three wise men, but not always so wise. On Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM.
It's 6:37, the moment South Africans have been waiting for. We're going to go straight into it, but I just want to read the comments from those that tagged and wanted to know the questions here when Victor, the principal, Hlungwane, our resident referee, gives us all the insights. Let the principal school me on the rules of the game regarding retaliation. Okay, we'll go to that one there. Where's the one that I wanted? Mart, reckless, dangerous, brutal, and career-ending tackle on Saleng. Was it not a red card offense? This is coming from Sir Richard Baloyi.
Yeah, Ruperile Baloyi Kalanga Munyai. Here we will show it nicely when we get to soccer zone. But all we can say on this tackle, Joseph Mart, it was serious foul play. And when we say serious foul play, it means a different card must come out. So a wrong card was issued.
Okay, then this is it. It's from Umlangeni, Nkosi Dlamini. Says, Pirates' third goal, was it legitimate considering a Pirates player who was not an infield player at the time had 1 foot inside the field before the ball went into the back of the net? Let's cover the fact here. There was a 12th player in the field before the goal went in.
Yeah.
So he can't have come on to celebrate because it had not crossed the line yet.
Yeah.
What are the rules on an extra player in the field?
Yeah, before Mazola comes in, because I gave Mazola the rules, so that when
he's giving me some homework.
Yeah, so when Mazola read, then we'll understand. We talk of amendments every year. The last year amendment, after Yusuf Mart scored a goal from the center, there was a Chiefs player on the field of play who was the 12th player. FIFA then amended the rules and changed it and gave it to us, which we read beginning of the season. But I will allow Honorable Sir Mazola Mfana Bethlehem. Can you read for our viewers, for our listeners?
Okay, here's Lord 3 on the players. It says, goal scored with an extra person on the field of play. Clarification that the referee should take action against an extra person on the field of play when a goal is scored only if the person affected the play. For example, the law does not expect the referee to penalize encroachment onto the field of play if it does not impact the play.
So basically what you're saying to me is that guy was so far off. Who do you say it was? I think you said it was Thabiso Munyai.
Yeah.
Was it Thabiso Munyai was so far from the actual play, didn't interfere with it in any way. So therefore, in that manner, it doesn't matter.
That's law. He did not impact play. He did not interfere with play. He did not stop any Chiefs player from attacking the ball. So a goal should stand.
Let me play the devil's advocate a little bit here.
Yeah.
If he was in the field before the ball was kicked, he would have then been in an offside position. Would that have mattered?
He must interfere with play.
If there's no interference with play, it doesn't matter where he is, what he does.
It's like an extra ball entering the field of play. If that ball does not interfere with play, play continues. So the same principle applies. There must be an impact. If there's no impact, yes, extra ball, it's a problem. extra player, it's a problem. But if they don't impact play, a goal should be allowed. And that's exactly what happened. So correct decision by the referee to allow a goal. And then as part of jubilation, FIFA has put on the text.
Well, there you go. It's a goal. It's a legitimate goal. Nothing wrong with that goal.
Nothing wrong. I'm
going to give Mazzola a bit of homework here. Mazzola, Sundowns are chasing 1,000 passes, right? They want to win the match, but they want to win it with 1,000 passes. I'd love to know, perhaps, no, you're the wrong person here. Let's speak to Opta tomorrow before the Sundowns game. Let's find out what is the average PSL game passes. How many passes is an average game in the PSL? So that we can see what this 1,000 passes is. Because if we're saying 1,000 passes in volume J, it doesn't quite, it doesn't quite ring a bell. But let's see what the average of every team in a PSL season. What is the average amount of goals? Let's give Opta Jabu some homework for tomorrow. And then he'll give us that, and then we can see how big this 1,000 passes is. What else do you have there?
Yeah, before I go to the next one, I have a message from Bob Stake, who said he want to thank the supporters. They got their money's worth with 5 goals in the match. So
from who?
From Bob Stake, Bob Mutahu. He said I must.
Did he call?
No. I spoke to him. We spent 2-3 minutes.
No,
he
but
said I must tell you guys. I must tell you.
No, we don't accept that message. If Kaiser Chiefs in any form want to come on the show, and pass messages, they must come here.
No, maybe they will come because.
No, Chief. No, we don't accept that message.
But the message is gone through.
Okay, please go back and say that everybody listening says no, thank you. We do not accept that message. If you want to talk to people, come here and address people properly.
All right, let's pass on that one. I'm just a messenger. There was a mattress brought into the field of play. We saw Sipo China putting the mattress, sleeping there. And then Thabiso Libito was supposed to take a throw-in. He did not take a throw-in, pointing at someone sleeping on the field of play. A referee showing tactical awareness. He said, no, let's carry on with play. Libito did not want to carry on with play. Libito got a yellow card. And then what happened after the ball was thrown, China stood up. So there was no injury at all, we can confirm now. It was just tactics that are used to delay the game. So because Ndao was injured at that particular time. So now here we can applaud Jelly Chabani for ensuring that a derby like that, people must not spoil it by sleeping on the field of play. So that was good to see.
But I mean, looking at the decisions he made, did he not play a part in it not being greater than it could have been?
Yeah, you'll get some you correct, some not. And the thing that with Jelly Chaban that he must learn.
Chaban.
Yeah, he must learn. It's you remember he did Pirates and Chiefs in Durban, where this guy who's at Sundowns now, he stamped on billiard. The one is at Sundowns now, who is just moved now.
From where?
From Pirates to Sundowns.
Lodge
stamp on billiard. He was supposed to get a red card in that game. Jelly did not give. Yesterday, on Saturday, we saw again Mart kicking someone in a serious manner. So we need now, the referees COVID need now to sit down with Jelly and teach him how to interpret serious foul play, because apparently he has a problem with interpreting serious foul play so that he can give red cards in the next matches.
All right, it's all over to you now. Timmy, open the lines. 086-000-2160. Ask any question of the two gentlemen that sit in studio, and WhatsApp on 060-552-7303. We'll even take Arsenal fans. It's okay. We'll take the Arsenal fans. But the statement remains. Arsenal, at some point during this season, and they still have Man City to play, right? They will Arsenal.
All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303. Waking up, I'm too turned up.
Good evening, Andile and the team. You driver alone who was driving Wandile Duba to FNP Stadium. I should be suspended. Yo, Sailinding Gwenya Pelayati, the previous week we should wait for him. But
that's cold. That's cold. That's cold. That's cold.
And so Kathleen Makaula, Aingwenya Las, Sabong Mapapa.
I mean, I'm the man of the match deserving. What a performance.
Tito.
Masongai.
Yeah, he delivered.
Yeah, he delivered. But also, the young players, we're expected to see some magic from not just Mufokeng, but Vilagazi came on. Even Duba came on. It was good to see a Soweto derby with young players like that.
Yeah,
I mean, the two Chiefs players coming on late didn't have an impact at that point, but to have played in a Soweto derby at their tender ages, gee whiz. Give us another one.
Andile bona perete irlore South Africa ho be le peace go re ho be le khutso re ketlile ho monate a bolewi ka bolo ke ntho ene re ya ga pela ka reke sele ba wina ba bang tjo batho ba modimo le fatse leng ke bile le ga ra mathata wa bona le ka social media ora wa hona ne boikhutso re ketlile re ra wa baka juju ra leboa re leboa bokgoni re leboa le matla re leboa le re bontsha match massive. What a wonderful game it was. Indeed, it was a nice one. Andile.
Thank you.
Asiyakhohlwa iChiefs idliwe. It was a wonderful derby, wonderful goals. You know, I'm happy it was goals and it was thrilling, but I was disappointed by the Kaizer Chiefs supporters. Always anyway, thank you Winterfell paving.
Hey, big shout out to Steve Kompela winning his first game out at Golden Arrows. That was a good one. Congratulations, coach. Appointment, and then he went and won. So a big one, that.
Good evening, Andile and the team.
Hey, Combs.
Hashtag the weekend that was like, hey, makhosi angeke bathong anyway re tla reng but I really botlhoko but and kopa di-fans tsa Chiefs ke itse gore like go tla botlhoko mara ntho la tlhela botlolo ko grounding ba fetsa see again it's not nice I see again so yeah Komi from SABC.
Thank you so much, Komi. Hey, did you know this? The most informed team in the DSTV Premiership right now, when you look at the last 5 games, is actually Sekhukhune.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it.
With the results it shows.
Yeah, draw and 4 wins.
Where's Stellies?
Stellies is sitting... Stellies is sitting in 4th. The most informed team is Sekhukhune United, who've collected 4 wins and 1 draw in the last 5. TS Galaxy, 3 wins, 1 loss, and a draw. Sundowns is 3rd.
Okay.
Because they've only had 2 wins and 3 draws. Remember, they ended the season, the year with the draw, came in with the draw. Mm-hmm. Their first game that they won was... at the last game they played before this one here. And then it's Stellenbosch, Cape Town Spurs, Orlando Pirates, Polokwane City. Chiefs are sitting in 10th. Chiefs are sitting in 10th as far as form over the last 5 games is concerned, which is very worrying. Because of 5, which is 15 points, they've only collected 6 points.
Yeah, Babina Noko Kaniti. Babina Noko.
Let's go.
Yo sabe no siola lembete mapaga
This is the remix.
Bona, I had a great weekend, my brother. Thanks to my boys, Orlando Pirates. You did me proud, my boy, too. The less we talk about Chiefs, the better. But I'm proud of my boys. This is Type of Feast all the way from Pretoria, Mavopani. Well done, Paganias. Thank you.
Hello, Andile.
Hey.
What a weekend it was, my brother. I can miss any other day of Sports Night Amplified, except Monday and Friday. Because I know the principal is always going to talk about mistakes of the referees. That's the standard.
Does he really, though?
We have in SA. No education, no nothing, just mistakes.
No education.
Yeah, it's Law from Cape Town.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. Let's play one more, then take calls.
That was the best derby in Bamfete. But then I'm a supporter Kaizer Chiefs angazoya bangafundi andile. And obobhuti bethu labana abosesi bethu nene lapha stadium like siza nabantwana andile. Nento yokuphonsa andile angizwisisi. And then coach yethu yelo kanje Kaizer Chiefs andile angazi umdantsane like angabuya umbisa nge big game kangaka andile. Umthetho uphi? ungoba umbeke ngaphandle umthetho umbeke ngaphandle andile hayi mina ngizwisisa anyway it was the best derby andile udumisani la kwaMhlanga in Mpumalanga.
Can I tell you what my biggest surprise was? Seeing Gonzalez come on.
Yo, I was even shocked.
That was a shock to me.
Yeah, Madam Datsani ended value because the second goal came from Datsani.
So Tanzania I can understand. Gonzalez. Bamufa pass. Let's go to the calls. Let's start with the brain. The brain is out. Kososha. Hey, the brain.
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin the brain.
KDB, talk to me.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. You want to talk about the derby? Go for it.
Yes,
Mara, Kevin Johnson, are you lucky?
Yes?
Kevin Johnson, are you
stole
lucky?
the 3 points.
No. Hello?
Oh, man, we're going to have to let KDB go there from Sasha. Sorry about that one. Let's go to Vinny. Vinny is in Pretoria West, wants to speak about referee. Vinny.
Hi, Andile. Good evening.
Hey, man, if you want to speak about refereeing, Vinny, you want to speak about this man here. The principal is here. Go straight to him. He can hear you.
Okay, le balo itla di starta, kai le di starta amaskrame, marla Pretoria West.
Okay.
I want to ask something. There was an incident whereby Olisanda was injured.
Yeah.
And he was being taken off by the medicals.
Yeah.
And by the time Chiefs was attacking on a Pirates half, I don't remember if it was Ngobo or what do you call this guy, the goal scorer. So the fourth official.
Goal scorer of what? Of Chiefs?
Ashley,
sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
The fourth official introduced Olisada while he is coming from behind. He went straight to the defense line. If I remember well, he was in contact with the guy who was attacking. How is the rule of soccer? Is it allowed or not?
Yeah.
I will listen to the radio.
Yeah, fortunately.
I don't know if I wonder if I was only one who saw it or people saw it. I just want to ask them.
Okay, he's gonna take that one. Thank you so much, Vinny. Go for it.
Yeah, fortunately, I was at the stadium. When Olisanda, he did not interfere with play immediately. Play went this side, it went then he marked that player. So there was nothing wrong in terms of the law. When he was introduced in, there was no ball there. He never interfered with play immediately. So play went there, it went on the other side. That's when he limped and got that player. Because he was even limping. He didn't even last to show that he was seriously injured. So there was nothing wrong in terms of the loss of the game.
All right, let's move on to Jimmy. Jimmy, Ogomakau. Jimmy.
Andile.
Eh.
Tabik.
Mwana man.
Mazola wana bubudi wala uri mmara kwa.
Kense injali.
Announcer.
Obara ko chara na bibidi wa plamba mebla. Wadi na giduru wala.
Effing you.
Na bara bar Kevin Johnson no Peter Senner ke plamba. Why do ana mama zola na bara.
So Jimmy we now lip reader we nane.
Eh bara itumela ngule nana na mabiala le tete social media youth. Peter Senner o boletse ka coachara mazola ira mmereko.
Jimmy, what do you think of the game though? What do you think of 90 minutes?
I'm so disappointed, man. You know, sometimes we need young boys to shine. Game ela naila mpundo vilakazi. Na tonto sta dile game. Akiti ba mostoro tse mbara salengwana. Come on, Anduni. Mbalo la salengwana.
Not only to start the game.
To start the game, Andile.
I must tell you something though. No, Mpundo Vilakazi.
Oh, Mpundo.
He's got an arrogance about him. You saw him when it went to the corner and he went to take the corner and was telling the senior players, come on, let's go. There's something about that boy as far as BMT in him is concerned. But I don't know about starting him in the derby. Let's go to Lunga. Lunga's out in Rudaport, wants to speak about his beloved Arsenal. They haven't Arsenal yet. They're sitting atop. Lunga, when are you going to Arsenal? Lunga, are you there? Oh man, have we lost Lunga?
Timi Mukatile.
Yeah, Timi Bela Wakatana. Timi. Let's go to Dixon Gwamhlanga. He wants to speak about the derby. Dixon. Yeah, Timi Mukatile bana.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Hey, Dixon, talk to me.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, we're good, man. Talk to me.
Dixon.
I'm glad Jimmy spoke about Vilakazi. You know, and the difference between Vilakazi
Duba, what is it? Which one is it? No, the one in the middle field. And Mufukeng Ratomo. You know what the difference? Ratomo respects the game.
What do you mean?
You know, when I say someone respects the game, I remember during that Culling 11, Mfundo Villaga scored a free kick. Instead of him respecting the game, respecting the elderly players, respecting the fact that he was chosen by the fans, he said, into his man. I don't know if these young boys are not trained to speak to the media in terms of how you present yourself as a player, how you respect the game and respect the opponent. Duva scored a goal last week. He was already talking about Pirates. I'm waiting for Pirates. What is it, Andy? Pirates has been there for years. He didn't even make the starting lineup. He's not even on that level of him to be saying such things. You have Ronaldo. Ronaldo has achieved everything. But even today, after the game, he'll tell you that I still have to work hard. I have not reached the peak that I want to reach.
To be fair to them, Dixon. To be fair to them, Dixon, I don't think I've heard Relebohile give an interview. So we don't know what he would say if he actually won a man of the match, for instance, or he gave an interview.
You know why he's not getting interviews? Because he's not out there. He doesn't want to be out there.
But they won man of the match.
Yeah,
they didn't have a choice.
Those two won man of the match, so
those
they didn't
two
have a choice
interviews
but
you
to
speak about was during man of the match wins.
Yeah, but no, I remember there was someone spoke to Ratomo. He was still in the disc challenge. I listen to him when he speaks. That's why I say to you, he respects the game. It starts from there.
Fair enough.
No, Dixon, I hear you. I think that's a very good point. Thank you so much. But I'm excited that we're having conversations about a 17-year-old and two 19-year-olds. I'm excited that we're doing that. Lisiba, this one is... Oh, no, Timu. Lisiba. I Timu wrong with you. I Timu drop, Papa. Timmy? This evening, we out at Soccer Zone, the three of us. It's going to be Soweto Derby heavy, but we'll still give you all the other results. And of course, we're going to be, for the first time on Soccer Zone at least, because we did it on Sport at 10. We've done it on this show throughout the week. We're going to be showing clips, of course, of Mkonza's time on Soccer Zone as well. The years that he's been there, over 10 years that he did that. So we're going to be there showing some of his big moments there as well. But very quickly, let's speak to Lee. Lee Ukomabopane. Lee.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Greetings to the gentlemen over there in the studio.
Good evening.
Yeah. What a baby. Ile bifuna ukuthi ngabe nami ngikhona beboxing ke. Ikunikeze nokusuka ukudlala ngithi uTito usebabulele abakhosi ubaqedile ke lapha njengoba ubona kusale ngihamba nabo agijima nabo besekulele ke sokusha. Baphethe izisu madoda kuyasinda kwehlele kuKaizer Chiefs. Njengoba ubona nje sekuphelile madoda. Yazi le baby le angeke ngithinde ngikhohle for the rest of my life until that was a true reflection of any baby that you can watch all over this world. So yeah, we
hey man, that commentary was quite good, Lee.
Yeah, watch it for me. I've been following you for years, bro. You don't know how happy I am personally. You know, for the fact that I don't call in, bro, I know that I don't miss a show. Even if I don't listen, I open for that steps. When they rate you, they can see that we support you. Don't worry. The world and who gave me the talent, one day it will be fulfilled. Lee, the voice of Africa, watch out for that name. The commentary in Zulu is going to be leaked at SABC. One of these good days.
Lee, I wish you the very best, my brother. I can't wait to work with you. Lee out in Mabopane there. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You can leave the room now.
We have one more.
What? There's no time.
Quick. The loss of the changes to the loss of the game for 2024-2025.
We'll catch them on Soccer Zone. There we go. Hey. Both of them. Thank you very much. Hey, you.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm well. I've had a very good weekend. Yourself?
What did you do?
Sundays are with the kids, and Saturday was the derby.
So you had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Geez, the kids one was better than the derby. Love spending my Sundays with all of them.
Who did you take to the derby?
I was working.
Okay.
So I took myself. Hey, tell me, in a relationship, you know, when do we start talking about money?
When do we start talking about money?
When do we start talking, hey, how much do you make? What does your financial situation look like? You know,
I think after once you've established that you both are in it, and you both are committed to each other. So I'm not going to tell somebody who's just looking for, a good time.
So you commit before you know my financial status?
No, commit isn't then, as in like you're serious about me. As in like I'm not a fling. I'm not somebody that you're casually dating. I'm not somebody that you're dating while you're dating other people. You do not have other dating accounts opened while you're with me. So if we know that we are doing this together and there's an element of exclusivity, then we can start talking about money. I actually love talking about money in relationships because at least it gives us a direction. But I think also start talking about money when you know the direction of the relationship, right? If you know what you want from me, like what do you want from me, and that is clear, then we can start talking about money. It shouldn't be out of interest sake, how much do you make? It should be out of, okay, how do we build something? How do we, what do we navigate? How much do we make? How much are we looking at? Because there's no point in you knowing what my money looks like if we're not going to be combining money or talking about, how we make our money collectively work.
Oh, so you're a collective money girl. It's not my money is my money, your money is our money.
No, I mean, look, I'm a partnership girl. So for me, it's, and I think that also, maybe one day we need to have a conversation like this. I believe in partnerships and relationships. I don't believe that, and I think that there's room for me to be spoiled, like spoil me, right? I love being spoiled. I love being taken on trips. I love doing all of that stuff. But also, I want you to know that I've got my money and I can handle it on my own, and I can handle us on my own as well. I think that's what relationships are about. You did not come to me and date me so that you can have a child. I'm not your child. And I think a lot of times in relationships, people mess that part up and pervert that. A relationship is a partnership. You're not adopting me as your child, and therefore treat me with the respect, knowing very well that I'm quite capable of potentially looking after you and yours as much as I'm able to look after myself. Do I want to be spoiled by you 100%? Do I want to be loved by you 100%? But I'm not your child. I'm not your firstborn kid. And I think that when women stop putting themselves as firstborns or as children in a relationship, that's when you give up your power. It's leverage. And then we call it provision. Yes, there's a difference between provision and being somebody's child. They're not in an adoption agency, right? And I think that we need to be able to start having difficult conversations about how when you go into a relationship with a man, you don't become that person's child. You're not. I'm not your firstborn kid. I'm a woman who's able to look after you as well.
I want to have all the money, not because I want to impress you with it, but because I want to buy your time. So you don't have to do some of the things that you have to do now for money.
Yeah.
And I can use that time.
But how much better would it be knowing the fact that you're doing it just for me, but you know for a fact that I can do it myself. 100%. I just choose to let you do it for me.
I want to buy your time.
You want to buy my time?
That's it. I want to buy more time.
How much time? How much have you got?
Listen, I'll spend every dime in the world
to buy my time.
To buy your time.
Well, in that case, I accept.
There you go. Thank you very much. What do you have coming on?
Well, this evening, was that a proposal? I don't know anymore.
Did what's happening on this show.
Did I just accept a proposal? This is so awkward now. Yeah, this evening, we've got ANC National Executive Member Zuko Kodlimpi joining us in a conversation. Senior ANC members who are implicated in state capture have been included in the ruling party's list that was submitted to the IEC. We'll speak a little bit about the impact of that. Then we're in conversation with COCTA Minister Ntebing Kadiming. This is regarding the state of our municipalities ahead of the elections, national as well as provincial elections. So we're going to talk a little bit about how are they managing as COCTA the issue around municipalities. And then after 8 this evening, we're taking a look at the cost of living in South Africa that has gone so high that, according to statistics, South Africans need an extra 9,000 Rand every month to make ends meet. An extra 9,000 Rand every month to make ends meet. So what about those that don't even have the 9,000 Rand? So we're in conversation with financial planners and wealth managers and you name it, we've got it this evening as well.
Well, I can't wait for it. It's 4 after the hour 7. Catch the rest of us, myself and the two wise men, out on Soccer Zone this evening. Let's show what we've been speaking about visually as well. I really appreciate you. Every single day, you support a bunch of guys that sit here and a bunch of girls that sit here that you've never even met. Thank you. Pella Pella.
We don't play games. We wrote the game. I love this station. Metro FM. It's where you want to be. Where I want to be.